from Dante Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, there's been a whole lot of talk when it comes to the biggest fight to be made right now in boxing, which is Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, or Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Years ago, Errol Spence, he initiated conversations of a split, what the split would have to be if he is going to fight against Terence Crawford. Fast forward to present day, and Errol Spence is fighting against Yordenis Ugas next in a unification bout. But Yordenis Ugas, he just recently said that he wants the Terence Crawford fight next. He made it very clear. He said he wants to fight for Undisputed. Now, the post that he put on the internet is translated from Spanish to English. That's why some of it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But he made it very clear, regardless in Spanish or English, that he wants Crawford next for Undisputed. And I've already been telling you guys, to become undisputed in the welterweight division would be the biggest accomplishment in boxing, because that's the deepest division in the sport of boxing right now. So you have to give Yordenis Ugas a lot of credit for saying that he actually wants the biggest boogeyman in the sport of boxing today, which is Terence Crawford. It used to be Errol Spence, but now it's Terence Crawford. Now, while it's going to be very difficult for Yordenis Ugas to pull off the upset and beat Errol Spence, even though Errol Spence, he's coming off of the eye surgery, long layoffs, it's still going to be an uphill battle for him to win this fight. But once again, it's impressive that he actually is saying that he wants Crawford next for Undisputed. Even though Errol Spence hasn't come out recently like Yordenis Ugas did and just flat out say he wants Crawford next for Undisputed, I still believe that that's what Errol Spence is most likely going to do. He's going to take the Crawford fight if he wins this fight, because there is no other big fights out there for him to take. There would be no other fights that would make sense at the time, unless Errol Spence decides to move up to 154 if he's able to beat Yordenis Ugas. But once again, we all know the biggest fight to make in boxing right now would be for Undisputed against Terence Crawford. Now, and unless Yordenis Ugas changes his energy, if he beats Errol Spence, it sounds like there's not going to be any type of roadblocks if he negotiates with Terence Crawford, because once again, he just flat out said he wants to fight Terence Crawford next. He didn't say anything about the split or anything like that. He just said he wants to fight. Remember, guys, if Yordenis were to win this fight, he would be the one with the majority of the belts going into negotiations with Terence Crawford, just like Errol Spence would be. In fact, the situation is a little analogous to when Deontay Wilder was pursuing the Anthony Joshua fight. There were just too many roadblocks when it comes to trying to make that fight come to fruition. All of a sudden, Tyson Fury comes out of nowhere and they start negotiating, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and the fight is signed in like months. So now Yordenis Ugas is almost playing the role of Tyson Fury in this situation, not including the fact that Tyson Fury, he didn't have a belt, but he was considered the lineal champion at the time. But when it comes to Yordenis Ugas getting a Crawford fight, it's obviously going to be based off of a huge if he can pull off the massive upset. I mean, the fact that Errol Spence hasn't recently came out and just made it completely clear that he wants to fight Crawford next, it doesn't mean that he's not going to take the fight, but it's just great to always hear fighters make it clear to the public, this is exactly what they want, this is what they're shooting for. Now, just remember, guys, Errol Spence, he did tell Terence Crawford to his face, he was very honest. He said, why wouldn't I go ahead and knock out Shawn Porter first and then fight you after that? I think Errol Spence's plan was to fight Shawn Porter and then get the Manny Pacquiao fight and then go ahead and fight against Terence Crawford. But since Ugas, he ended up beating Manny Pacquiao, now he's going to fight Ugas instead. And I believe after that, assuming he beats Yordenis Ugas, he's going to grab the microphone and he's going to make it very clear that Terence Crawford is who he wants next for Undisputed. Let's see if my prediction comes to fruition. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
My name is Chris, and I'm all the way here from Anchorage, Alaska at South Carolinas, and I'm here for my second treatment of SMP. Well, I was sitting at home one day and going over my Facebook page, and they have different, like advertisements popping up, and I saw one for SMP. And I saw some pictures of some guys, before and after, and I was looking at that, and it caught my attention. So I Googled it. SMP, nothing showed up in my area. So, I did a little more research, and all of a sudden, South Carolinas popped up in the web browser. So I started watching his videos and seeing all the reaction from all the other people. We talked on the phone, we made appointments and everything. I sent him pictures, and he looked at them, and I was like, "Can you fix this?" And, he pretty much said, "No problem." My first session, he made me feel extremely comfortable. It was almost like I was talking to family. He started, and during the whole treatment, we talked and, about our families and our life, and, and things that he does and things that I do. And before I know it, the first session was over. When you see someone doing something that they love, as much as I see Enoch Glover love what he does, it shows in his work. I wouldn't point anyone in any other direction but here to North Carolina, South Carolinas, to get this done.
Let me tell you guys about this company, NWA Cane Corsos. They breed Cane Corso Mastiffs, which is a guardian dog that is treasured for its protective nature and strong loyalty to family. If you're looking for a family-friendly dog that's intelligent, muscular, and brave enough to take on any intruder, then you need a Cane Corso Mastiff. Cane Corsos are extremely versatile, performing well in a variety of activities such as hunting, agility, competitions, and obedience trials. With its athleticism and versatility as a hunting dog, guard dog, sports dog, and a show dog, the Cane Corso Mastiff is perfect for any family. They also have standard French bulldogs with excellent health, structure, temperament, and superior bloodlines with many champions in present day and pedigrees. Visit NWA Cane Corsos on all social media platforms to find the perfect puppy for your home today. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called L'Eau de Qui Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODequi.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.